All rise. Support court with Judge Van Der Bee is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1073, Ellison case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Ellison?
Yes.
You brought.
All right, guys, buckle in. This one's messy. We got a bitter divorce, money on the line, and claims of harassment that blur the line between justice and revenge. Miss Ellison says she deserves more, but the court isn't buying excuses. Stick around, because the judge's patience is razor thin, and by the end, this hearing takes a brutal turn. Question is, do you think she's really being wronged or just pushing her luck?
Brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm divorced from the person that didn't show up.
I see that.
Yes, and I'm here to ask the court for more spousal support. I've went part-time on my job. I'm no longer working full-time. I've lost money. And the man's done nothing but cause me trouble since we've been divorced. He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And I deserve more money with all this harassment. Plus, I want a restraining order against him. This has to stop. My nerves are on edge.
Here, Ellison comes out swinging. She's asking for an extra $100 a week, plus a restraining order. Notice how she stacks emotional distress with financial claims. It's a common strategy. Mix fear with money to push the court into sympathy. But the kicker? This judge doesn't even handle restraining orders. Already, half her argument is dead on arrival. Would you have led with money or with fear?
How long ago did you all get divorced?
Well, it's been almost 2 years now.
Okay.
He just won't let go.
What is he doing to harass you?
Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, he drives around the house blowing his horn at all hours of the morning. He comes down to my work unannounced, goes right into where I'm working at and wants to argue with me in front of coworkers. I mean, I could be fired for that. I mean,
Have
totally
you ever
ridiculous.
tried to call the police on him?
Well, by the time they get there, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they've never caught him actually doing anything.
Okay.
He knows not to get caught, but I need a restraining order. That's what
The harassment allegations are explosive. Honking at 3 a.m., showing up at her job, arguing in front of coworkers. If true, it paints him as manipulative and reckless. But legally, there's no solid evidence. Police never caught him in the act. Courts care about proof, not just pain. This is where victims often feel trapped. How do you prove the harassment you know is happening?
Obviously, for an increase in spousal maintenance, that is something that I can entertain. So let's talk about that. You said you believe $100, an extra $100 a week is fair.
Yes.
Why do you believe that's fair?
Well, like I said, my wages have went down. I'm only working part-time now. We're doing layoffs. And
Watch this pivot. Since the restraining order is off the table, the judge zeroes in on spousal maintenance. And Ellison wastes no time pointing to her ex's wealth. Raises, bonuses, big corporate money. It's the classic he can afford it. So I deserve it argument. But in court, need matters more than greed. Do you think spousal support should rise just because the other side is rich?
he doesn't pay on time either. It's not always on time. So he is late on that. I think that should be a penalty right there. He shouldn't be late.
She drops another bomb. He doesn't even pay on time. In family court, late payments can sink credibility fast. Judges hate repeat offenders when it comes to court orders. But notice, she frames as a penalty should pay. That's bold. But unless the law supports it, she's just venting. If you were the judge, would you punish him for being late?
Mention entertainment. I mean, you can't expect me to sit around the house and watch TV all the time. I mean, I go out from time to time. You know, that takes money.
Now, when you all were divorced 2 years ago, outside of spousal maintenance, were you awarded the home?
Yes, I was awarded the home. And he fought me on that, but I won it.
Okay. So you were awarded the home. You don't have a lot of payments left on it.
No.
This part stings. Ellison explains her expenses, house payments, bills, entertainment. But watch the judge's face. He's not moved. Why? Because entertainment isn't a legal necessity. Courts weigh needs: shelter, food, health. Not going out on Friday night. It's a brutal reminder. What feels fair emotionally doesn't always hold up legally. Should lifestyle matter in these cases?
Off. Sounds like you're mainly paying utilities and then a mortgage.
And the insurance for the car, I mean, the insurance is always expensive. Gasoline prices always going up.
Right, but you had those expenses at the time that you were divorced, correct?
The judge catches a crack in her story. She's been paying these same bills since the divorce. Nothing new. Courts demand change in circumstances to adjust support, lower hours, higher bills, health issues. Without proof of major shifts, her case collapses. This is where the law feels cold. No matter the struggle, if you can't prove change, you get nothing.
He have a 401k in existence, and this is Texas, which is a community property state. So I'm assuming you at least got 50% of that.
Yes, I did, but
Yes,
I don't think
no,
that
ma'am.
should be taken into consideration.
No, ma'am. It was taken into consideration.
Boom. 401k enters a chat. In Texas, community property means she already got half. The judge reminds her, you can't count the same asset twice. It's like asking for seconds when you've already eaten. Still, she resists, arguing it shouldn't matter. This class shows the gap between fairness and legality. Should courts honor emotional equity or stick to strict math?
Now I have to stay where I'm at. I feel like I'm trapped in this life.
And Miss Ellison, I feel like you came here to waste my time because I cannot give you an increase in spousal maintenance just
$50
because
a
you're
week?
asking.
And here comes a hammer. The judge flat out says she wasted the court's time. That's rare and harsh. Family court judges usually tread carefully, but when a case looks like pure entitlement, they snap. Notice a shift in tone. No more patience, no more listening, just authority shutting it down. Do you think the judge was too harsh or just being honest?
So is there anything else that you needed from me here today? Because I cannot grant you spousal maintenance just because he's made an increase from his wages.
Well,
If that were the standard, then everyone would come in court asking for it.
The judge pulls out a powerful hypothetical. If I raise support just because wages went up, everyone would flood the court. That's legal logic shutting down emotional appeals. It's a subtle but brutal reminder that the law favors consistency over compassion. What do you think? Should courts bend rules for hardship or guard against a flood of claims?
And when you all were divorced and you received half of his 401k, how much was that?
it was a nice piece.
Okay, what's the
The $250,000 bombshell drops. Suddenly, her plea for more support feels hollow. $250,000 already in her pocket, plus weekly maintenance. Yet she's here asking for more. The judge doesn't need to say it. Her credibility just tanked. And this is where public opinion usually splits. Is she a struggling ex-wife or just chasing the money?
Well, you know what? If there's nothing further, your case is dismissed.
And just like that, case dismissed. No extra money, no restraining order, just a courtroom echo of frustration. Miss Ellison came armed with emotion, but the law sliced through with cold precision. This case reminds us, courts deal in facts, not feelings. If this hearing stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama breakdowns.